The decision to name Saudi Arabia as the host nation for the 2034 Men's Soccer World Cup has sparked criticism over the country's human rights record and accusations of what's described as sports washing. In a joint statement yesterday, 21 human rights groups condemned this move, saying FIFA's decision marked a moment, quote, of great danger for residents, migrant workers and visiting fans. And Australia's Professional Soccer Players Union warned the tournament carried significant human rights risks and questioned FIFA's ability to prevent harm. Joining us now for more on this is Gerald Feierstein. He's a former U.S. ambassador and the director of the Middle East Institute's Arabian Peninsula Program. Thanks for being with us, Mr. Ambassador. I'm curious your view on this criticism of sports washing. Do you think Saudi Arabia's goal in hosting this World Cup is to be seen as a fair global player, or is it something else?
Well, I think that that's exactly right. I mean, what many people around the world call sports washing, I think from a Saudi perspective, is their desire to demonstrate that they're more than the world's gas station, that they are major players in a number of different issues in politics, society, culture, and sports. And sports is a big thing for them, always has been. And this is an opportunity for them to appear on the world's biggest stage.
And there has been a similar situation when Qatar also was awarded the World Cup in 22, had to build these massive stadiums, accusations of human rights abuses by that nation. Do you find that these concerns being raised by the soccer's union groups and others are founded, that there are some dangers in this taking place in the decade?
Well, I think certainly in terms of migrant labor and the way workers are going to be treated, there are fair criticisms, fair concerns to be expressed. And I do think that it's on the shoulders of FIFA really to ensure that the Saudis fulfill all of their obligations under fair labor practices. As for some of the other things, I would say that that certainly I don't think anybody should be fearful of attending events in Saudi Arabia. I think the Saudis will go out of their way to make sure that everybody who comes for the World Cup is going to be well treated and have an enjoyable time there. So I think some of those concerns are exaggerated.
And I know that you were the former U.S. ambassador to Oman. I mean, I spent some time living in the United Arab Emirates, where migrant labor is also you were the ambassador to Yemen, I understand. I spent some time in the UAE where there were also questions of migrant labor treatment. But Saudi Arabia is also hosting other major sporting events. You've got the golf tournament and others. So what is the message here? That nations, despite criticisms, can host major sporting events and that it's not too dangerous?
Absolutely, and I think that whenever we just saw with the WTA, the women's professional tennis
That's right.
Championship that was just played there, there was there's the auto racing F1. There have been a number of other major events, as you mentioned, the Leaf golf tournaments. And all of these go off very smoothly. I've not heard of any instances where people attending or participating in these events have had bad experiences.
Well, we will continue to watch this closely, and we certainly appreciate you waking up with us this morning from Philadelphia. We really do appreciate it, Ambassador Feierstein.
It's a pleasure.